Hi, welcome to Red Reads Tarot. I'm Red and I'm here to read your tarot. This video is going to be for all signs. We're going to do Aries to Pisces, sign by sign, and see how your Valentine's Day may go this year of 2023. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries. Aries, how are you and your person going to spend Valentine's Day this year? Aries. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So you may be choosing to do something with someone else, and someone was expecting you to do something with them. This may seem like you're taking a good old path, but you may be making the wrong choice, so be mindful of that, Aries, okay? All right, let's move on to Taurus. Oh, Taurus. Oh, excuse me. Well, you may be feeling exhausted this Valentine's Day. Since I had a big old yawn there. Taurus, how are you and your person going to be spending Valentine's Day? Taurus, how are you going to be spending Valentine's Day? Ouch. Okay, so hopefully you're not getting your heart broken, but Taurus, you may be pretty upset, having a lot of lonely times, lonely thoughts, and maybe pretty heartbroken that somebody doesn't want to spend Valentine's Day with you this year. Or you may be just feeling so heartbroken about your past relationships that you don't really see you don't see what the point in this day even is. Like, you just can't wait for this day to be over is what I'm getting. So, all right, Taurus, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, how are you and your person going to be spending Valentine's Day this year? Gemini, how are you and your person going to be spending Valentine's Day this year? Okay, so two of wands in reverse. So maybe some plans come undone. The two of wands, and why I keep calling them swords? You might be really upset about this. This might be a really cutting thing to you. The two of wands upright is always about planning, seeing things through, seeing ahead. Maybe you or your person maybe you guys had some plans, and with this in the reverse, the plans just do not go the way that you wanted them to go. So, or the plans could fall through altogether, and that may leave you feeling quite disappointed about this day. All right? All right. That was Gemini. Let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, how are you and your person going to be spending Valentine's Day this year? Cancer, how are you and your person going to be spending Valentine's Day this year? Okay, Queen of Swords in reverse, so you could have an even greater disappointment. Maybe you really expected something to happen this year between you and somebody for Valentine's Day, or maybe, just kind of like, I think it was Cancer, I'm sorry, I think it was Taurus. Maybe you just can't wait for this day to be over. Maybe this is not a kind of day that you're used to celebrating or excited about celebrating, so you could absolutely just not care less is what I see with this card. All right, Cancer, moving on to Leo. Leos, how are you going to be spending Valentine's Day with your person this year? How's your Valentine's Day going to go, Leo? Let's see. Okay, so Leo, you could have a lot to celebrate this Valentine's Day. Three of Cups tells me, that's a celebration. That's somebody's, they're raising their cups. You could go out drinking. If you drink, you could just go to some event with your person, or maybe you're celebrating Valentine's Day with close friends or close family, where you guys are just getting together and gonna have a good day or have a good evening, some kind of event. So that's what I'm getting for you, Leos. Let's look into Virgo next. Virgo, how are you going to be spending Valentine's Day with your person this year? Virgo, how are you going to be spending Valentine's Day this year? Okay, so four swords in reverse. Um, you know, you may have not been in the best attitude towards this day to begin with. Maybe you were planning on something going well with somebody. You felt like you've defeated something here, and now you're looking. You're like, yeah, I've got all this. You might have kind of a selfish attitude towards this day, and when it doesn't go your way, you're not going to be feeling too good about it. So maybe watch out for those kind of selfish behaviors, and um, watch your words too. It feels like, because it sounds like this is really cutthroat. You see these people walking off in the distance with their heads down, and the ones bent over, like crying literally at the river. Um, this may have felt good when you initially did this, whether you cut something off or you try to, tear somebody down so you can walk off with all their swords, but it's not. Okay, I'm sorry. The five of swords in reverse. I forget he's always holding two. There's three on the ground. But either way, you're not feeling too good about the decisions you've recently made, is what it sounds like to me, and that could lead to a more than disappointing, kind of mad at yourself day this Valentine's Day. Okay, Virgo? Let's move on to Libra. Libra, how are you going to be spending... Yeah, Libra. Libra, how are you going to be spending your Valentine's Day this year? How is Libra going to be spending Valentine's Day this... Okay, alright. Well, they flew out onto the floor. We're only going to take one card, and the top card was the Tower upright. So this could be an unexpected upheaval of something. So something may quite literally or figuratively blow up. You may actually have some arguments on this Valentine's Day, or just something very unexpected to watch out for. There might even be a breakup surrounding the arguments, or just in general, something to watch out for. All right, Libra, be careful. Let's move on to Scorpio. All right, for the sign of Scorpio, how is your Valentine's Day going to turn out this year? Scorpio, how's your Valentine's Day going to turn out this year? Let me get a card for Scorpio. Okay, well that's ironically the other card that fell out onto the floor for sorry, this is what fell out when the Tower dropped on the ground for Libra, Scorpio. So you might be dealing with a Libra, but this is you just kind of you were like refusing to see, or having limited thoughts about this. You might get, your eyes might open up this Valentine's Day and see somebody's true intentions, or true, what's the word for it? Their true selves. Some side of somebody might be coming out that you haven't seen before this Valentine's Day, and it could be following some kind of argument or disagreement, maybe even some miscommunication, some misunderstandings here. Okay, Scorpio? Now let's take a look for Sagittarius. Right, okay, that one fell right out too. Alright, Four of Pentacles in reverse. So watch your spending this Valentine's Day, is what I'm getting, Sag. You may be like the kind of person that's really stable and protective of your funds, and kind of balances everything out, and you hold on to things. This is telling me that you might not be so frivolous this Valentine's Day, and you might be wanting to go all out for that special somebody or something, but this card is saying don't do that, okay? Don't do that, because you might end up losing a lot more than you expected, and it might not be as worth it as you think it would be. Okay? Okay, and that was for Sag. So let's go ahead and look at Capricorn. Capricorn, how is your Valentine's Day going to turn out this year? Capricorns, how's your Valentine's Day going to turn out this year? Let's see, Capricorn. All right, Ace of Pentacles. You might be getting a huge offer, right? You might be getting a big love offer. Somebody might really spend some money on you this year. They might, take you out. They might even just be giving you the offer of letting them into their mind too. They might say, maybe it's somebody that's been closed off, not really telling you how they feel. Like they might choose this Valentine's Day to reach out and tell you what their true intentions, true feelings are towards you this Valentine's Day, and it looks good. Okay, it looks very good. All right, and that was for Capricorn. Who's next? Let's see. Aquarius. Let's see. Aquarius, how's your Valentine's Day going to turn out this year? I get a card for the Aquarius. How's your Valentine's Day going to turn out this year? Okay, Two of Swords in reverse again. Who else got this? I think Scorpio. So you may also be having an awakening type of moment, opening your eyes to something that you weren't realizing either. This says you're just, sorry, doing this outside and it's not as quiet, so, or it could be a very noisy Valentine's Day for you, Aquarius. But what I'm getting here with this Two of Swords in reverse is, upright. You were once like limiting your beliefs on this. Maybe you're kind of opening your eyes to see something in a new perspective. And it's up to you whether or not you want to follow this or want to make this any kind of thing to remember. Okay, I'm sorry, I really choked up on my words. So maybe you're gonna have trouble communicating this Valentine's Day, okay, Aquarius. But you really do need to come out of your shell and open your eyes, is what I'm seeing with this. And maybe that might be seeing somebody for who they are, or just realizing your own actions and how your own thoughts are affecting your outwardly, outward actions and what you're saying. Okay. All right, Aquarius. All right, last but not least, let's do Pisces. How is Pisces going to be spending Valentine's Day this year? How's the Pisces going to be spending their Valentine's Day this year? Okay, Queen of Pentacles. All right, so, this is a very abundant card. They're sitting there. They may be a little disappointed in how Valentine's Day is going to go, but they realize that they have all they need as it is. So whether it goes one way or another, they're going to be content and grateful and happy with what they have. And that's what I have for you, Pisces. Okay. All right, now that we're at the end, let's get one general card for, if any of your sun signs didn't resonate, then let's get a general card for how your Valentine's Day is going to go this year, no matter what sign you are, okay? Oh, excuse me just a second. I apologize. Okay, so let's get a general card. This could be for any sign of how your Valentine's Day is going to go this year. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I think that's what we got for the Aries. It's weird these same cards are popping out, but you may be dealing with an Aries, or you just may be dealing with somebody with a lot of fire in their chart, but they, you might be taking the wrong path as well, is what I see. So you're walking away from good opportunity, and you're walking away from a good thing, and you think you're going in the right direction. You think you're going on the chosen path, but really, in reverse, you're not going in the right direction with this, and maybe you need to take a look at that. Okay, General? All right. I feel like we should continue this and throw in there kind of like a reverse reading of, signs Aries through Pisces, and just do like, if you're any sign dealing with Aries, and go all the way to Pisces, okay? So let's start that real quick, see if we get some different different situations and outcomes, all right? 'Cause, you know, there's a lot of people out there and a lot of different situations. You can't expect everything to fit under one sign, and that's kind of the beauty of having so many different tarot readers and different styles is, um, you know, you get different results, and sometimes things really stand out to you, and sometimes they don't. Okay, so let's go with that. All signs dealing with Aries. All signs dealing with any signs dealing with Aries. How's your Valentine's Day going to go? Any signs dealing with Aries? Okay, so I could see it going pretty abundant, pretty supportive. It looks like they might end up taking you out, and whereas like you're prepared to split the bill or pay for it, they're gonna take over it. They're like, no, I've got it. I'll pick up the tab, or I'll do this. They may really treat you this Valentine's Day if you're dealing with an Aries, okay? Let's see. Any and all signs dealing with Taurus. Let's see how your Valentine's Day is going to go. Any and all signs dealing with Taurus. See how your Valentine's Day is going to go. Let's get a card. Okay, that did not just happen. Either I'm not too good at shuffling, or we're just, maybe Aries and Taurus got something going on this year. But, same thing was what I'm getting for Taurus. Like, maybe you weren't expecting it, but somebody might just come and say, let's go on a date, or they take you out, or treat you to a nice dinner, or make you a home-cooked meal, and you just weren't expecting that kind of gratuity. So that looks very good for whoever's dealing with Taurus. All right. Let's look at any and all signs dealing with a Gemini. Any and all signs dealing with a Gemini. How's Valentine's going to go? Okay. See, they may be very guarded, or this could be you. You could be pretty guarded, not wanting to let your guard down. Maybe you had a specific way of how you wanted it to go, and you're like, I don't want it to change at all. Like, it needs to be this way, or if I do this, it means that. You could be overthinking this too. Like, you just need to hold on to everything and not let there be any sway in direction of plans. And I'm getting like, mainly plans. Like, you don't want the plans to change. You're holding on to like these things set in stone, and if they change, you're not too happy about it. Okay, or they're not. All right, how about any and all signs dealing with a Cancer? Any and all signs dealing with a Cancer. How's your day going to go? Your Valentine's Day. Any and all signs dealing with a Cancer. So, okay. They could be feeling like this is a burden on them, really, this day in general, and they may put in some work, but it really feels like they're going to be working, or they're going to be just carrying too much. They're carrying too much at once on their shoulders, and aren't really into this day at all. So, or this could be you, but this is, if you're dealing with a Cancer that doesn't like to celebrate Valentine's Day, or maybe they have some memories that aren't so blissful or surrounding this day. This could be, to me, like a very single person. They're just like, no, I've got too much going on. I'm gonna keep myself so busy that I don't even think about it, is what I'm getting. Okay. Well, let's see. Any and all signs dealing with Leo. Any and all signs dealing with a Leo. How is your Valentine's Day going to go? Okay, just a second. Alright, I think we were on Leo. Any and all signs dealing with a Leo. Any and all signs dealing with a Leo. How's your Valentine's Day going to turn out this year? Okay, if you're dealing with a Leo, I wouldn't put too much hope in anything awesome happening for you this Valentine's Day. All right, Leo? Or if you're dealing with a Leo, or maybe they're not putting too much hope into this, and they're hoping that you're going to reach out, but it seems like either way it goes, like there may be a third party, like they have uh, someone else in the picture, where if one thing doesn't happen, you see the two buildings in the background. You know, there's choices here. So either your person has choices or you have many choices this Valentine's Day. So I'd be mindful of that, okay? If you're dealing with a Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. If you're dealing with a Virgo, how is your Valentine's Day going to turn out this year? If you're dealing with a Virgo, how might your Valentine's Day turn out this year? Okay. Any and all signs dealing with the Virgo. Ace of Swords, I'm sorry, Ace of Wands in reverse. All day I've been calling Wands swords, so I feel like there's a lot of things being said where people are trying to make offers and they're actually using some really cutting words and things that they might not mean to say, or not realizing how deep their words are cutting, okay? So with the Ace of Wands in reverse, and this is for Virgo, like I'm just seeing that you may, they're dealing, if you're dealing with a Virgo, so in the upright, like that's offering some kind of truth and some clarity. In the reverse, they just might be deceitful, and kind of just really just deceitful, like coming up with excuses and things just not to follow through. I'm like picking up on a bit of narcissistic energy too. I don't know why, just not a good vibe from, if you're dealing with a Virgo this year. It might be best to stay away from this person this year. It doesn't seem like they have good intentions. Sorry to say. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to Libra. So if you're dealing with a Libra this year, let's see how your Valentine's Day might go. If you're dealing with a Libra this year. If you're dealing with a Libra. What do the cards have for you? Okay, so that's not too happy either. You got a Two of Cups in reverse. So something might fall through. Like say you guys had plans and you were going to go out or dinner and a movie type of thing, or whatever your Valentine's Day date plans were. Like that might be falling through, and it might not be to their own decision either. Maybe it's like something actually comes up. Maybe they're sick. Maybe it's lack of like childcare. I'm getting like they get called into work or something. Like they really wanted to offer you this, okay? They really wanted to come to you and be like, yes, let's do this. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait to spend it with you. Show, show my love for you and things like that. But with it in the reverse, it seems like something comes up to where that's not happening, and it might not be. It really doesn't feel like it's of their own doing. Okay. Okay. And that was for if you're dealing with a Libra. So who's next? Let's move on to if you're dealing with a Scorpio. All right. Any and all signs dealing with a Scorpio. How is your Valentine's Day going to turn out? Any and all signs dealing with a Scorpio. Let's get a card for you. Okay, so that's the Empress. They might just really impress you this year if you're dealing with a Scorpio. This is a wonderful sign to have, and a wonderful card to get. If you're dealing with them, they might just really have you feeling just beautiful, and they might be really seeing you for who you are this year, and that is wonderful. Okay, who doesn't want that, right? All right, and that's for Scorpio. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Any and all signs dealing with a Sag. Let's see how your Valentine's Day might turn out. Any and all signs dealing with a Sag. Let's see how your Valentine's Day might turn out. Okay. Queen of Swords reversed. So again, somebody else got this in the earlier read, and it's it's kind of pointing out the same thing to me here. So plans may fall through, or you could just be waiting. I think it was Taurus that's just like waiting for this day to be over. So your person, if your person is a Sagittarius, they might not like celebrating this day, or they could just they just can't wait for it to be over. And they might actually, with that being of the swords, they might say some things that really upset you that day instead of just being straightforward about their feelings and thoughts of Valentine's Day in general, okay? Or how they're feeling towards you. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. Any and all signs dealing with a Capricorn. All right, and that flipped out. Okay. So any signs dealing with a Capricorn on Valentine's Day, you get the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And that tells me like maybe they're just now getting over some kind of ailment or injury, down on their luck kind of times. They could have been going through some depression, things like that. And they might just come out of that or still be on the mend when it comes to the actual day of Valentine's Day. So keep that in mind if maybe you're not hearing from them as much or they're not sounding very enthusiastic about the day. This could be why. They could be dealing with some things that they're struggling with, okay? Okay, Capricorn. Excuse me. All right. Sorry. I was just really choking up again right as we're pulling up on Aquarius was next. So I really think that just happened in the first round of this. So this is for if you're dealing with an Aquarius this Valentine's Day. How could your Valentine's Day end up turning out? Let's go ahead and pull a card for that. If you're dealing with an Aquarius. So if you're dealing with Aqua. Okay. So you might be very disappointed this Valentine's Day. The Three of Swords. It's not a good outcome. So I would be ready to be kind to yourself and comfort yourself this Valentine's Day. And just remember, like, you don't need somebody to make you happy. So, if somebody lets you down or just, maybe completely forgets that it's Valentine's Day or just doesn't show you that they care, then this could be why you're getting this too. So that could very well happen for you if you're dealing with an Aqua this Valentine's Day, all right? All right, moving on, last but not least, we're going to see if you're dealing with a Pisces. If you're dealing with Pisces this Valentine's Day, how might your day turn out? Okay. I guess we'll count that. So, 2 came out. It's the only one I'm going to let 2 slide on. So, it's the Knight of Pentacles. All right. And then again with the walking off into a different path. So, like, this makes sense to me for these 2 to be together because the Knight of Pentacles is like somebody, even though somebody might come and offer you something, you might be choosing to either ignore that or let that go and just kind of go off on your own path. And since this was upright, that may be the path that you are supposed to take anyways. And if somebody's not making you feel special, don't go out of your way to make them feel special. You get me? Okay. All right, that has been the all signs reading for each of the zodiac signs for the Valentine's Day of 2023. Again, thanks for watching, and let me know if any of this resonates with you. I'm excited to know how everyone's Valentine's Day turned out this year. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time on Red Reads Tarot. Sending each and every one of you peace and love. Bye.